Hello children, welcome to online classes. Now in last video, as you know, we are going through the chapter language of chemistry. So in last video we have seen symbol, valency, variable valency, radical. Then we have seen how to write a formula, as well as we have seen or we have learned about how to balance the equation. So there I taught you about two types of equation. First type of balancing equation was hit and trial method, and second was by the partial equation method. So there I took one example. Now again I am explaining you the second example here. Okay, then we will proceed for a further topic. So one example I told you, that question was given on page number 17, question number 22, first part. Okay. Now today I am explaining you question number 2. Now let us see question number 2. Oxidation of lead sulfide by ozone. See, this equation is given, and this equation you will balance with the help of rest two given equations. So first is ozone first decomposes to give molecular oxygen and nascent oxygen. Here it is equation number 1, ozone is 3 atoms of oxygen. Ozone decomposes. When ozone decomposes, this will be reversible reaction. It will give oxygen molecule as well as nascent oxygen. Nascent oxygen is known as atom of an oxygen. This is equation number 1. Then second it is saying nascent oxygen then oxidizes lead sulfide. Now lead sulfide. What it is given? Nascent oxygen means this nascent oxygen is just oxidizing lead sulfide, which result to formation of lead sulfate, PbSO4. This will be equation number 2. Okay, this is nascent oxygen, this is also nascent oxygen. Okay, now we are having two equations. After this, we will just go through the final one. Now let us see whether it is balanced or not. 3 oxygen, 1 lead, 1 sulfur. Oxygen here, it is given only 1. Okay, so what we can do, we can write it or we can just proceed it just to see how it can be done. Now you see nascent oxygen can be cut down from here. Okay, now whatever the things we will just copy down. Now what are the things left here? PbS plus O3 it is written. Okay, so O3, we can write O3 like this, or in this case ozone is being, see it is written as lead sulfide is being oxidized by ozone. Now what the product will form? Product will form will be PbSO4 plus O2. O2 is forming. Now you see whether it is clear or not. Now you see 1 lead, 1 sulfur, but here oxygen is 6. Means this ozone we will write like this, PbS plus 3 molecule of O2. Then it will be PbSO4 plus O2. This will be the equation, and further it will be balanced. If you want to check out, once you again check, 1 lead, 1 sulfur, 4 plus 2, 6, oxygen, 3 into 2, 6 oxygen. Hence this equation is balanced equation. Again this type of balancing equation is called as partial equation. Okay, so this is two examples which is given in the book question, as well as we have practiced it. Okay, after that we will go through our next topic. So see, in our book our next topic is relative atomic mass. Relative atomic mass, see in this case we have to calculate. This is the calculation part. where we have to calculate the total mass of any of the compound, okay, where we require the mass number. So you have to learn atomic number as well as mass number from atomic number 1 to 20, means from hydrogen till calcium. If in the question paper these types of question will come, they will be given, the mass number and atomic number will be given, but still for your practice you have to learn from 1 to 20. Okay, so we have to do. Now you see question it's given on page number 12. Several questions are given. You have to calculate the relative molecular mass. Relative molecular mass. Now for calculation, this is the first part of calculation, second part we will see afterward. For calculation of relative molecular mass, we need molecular mass of different of the elements. Suppose question number 1 is given, calculate the relative molecular mass of what? Suppose if it is given of carbon dioxide. Okay, so first we need the mass of carbon, then we need a mass of oxygen. So in the question paper or in the question it will be given mass, but still we need to learn it, such as atomic mass. See, this molecular mass can also be written as atomic mass. Okay, so this can be known as relative molecular mass or relative atomic mass. So atomic mass of carbon will be 12. And atomic mass of oxygen will be 16. Is it clear? Now how to do? We will write relative atomic mass is equals to atomic mass of carbon plus atomic mass of oxygen. Clear? Now you see, atomic mass of carbon, there is only one carbon, means we will write only 12. Now atomic mass of oxygen, one oxygen atom represents 16. Here 2 is given, it means 2 into 16. Clear? Now 12 will be 12 plus 16 2s are 32. Now again when you will add, it will become 44. Now here we have to write unit, AMU, atomic mass unit. This will be atomic mass unit. So just after writing whatever the answer comes, you have to write the unit. This is AMU. Therefore we can say relative atomic mass of carbon dioxide is 44. This is first example. Like this you have to calculate, if question comes, calculate the relative molecular mass or calculate atomic mass of a compound. So one example I gave you here, carbon dioxide. Let us take second example. So in your book, one it is given for your practice. Question is given at the end of the page, last of the page. You have to calculate with respect to sodium carbonate, relative atomic mass of sodium carbonate. Okay. Now in this case what will be? See, atomic mass of sodium. Atomic mass of sodium will be 23. Okay. Then atomic mass of carbon. Atomic mass of carbon will be 12. And atomic mass of oxygen will be 16. Okay. Now we will solve it. Relative atomic mass is equals to atomic mass of sodium plus atomic mass of carbon plus atomic mass of oxygen. Okay. Now you see, mass of sodium is 32. Here Na2 is written, means 2 into 23 plus atomic mass of carbon. Atomic mass of carbon is given 12. Here is only one carbon, it means simply we will write 12. Now atomic mass of oxygen is given 16. Here oxygen is 3. It means 3 into 16. Clear? Now 23 twos are 46 plus 12 plus 16 threes are 48. Now again we will just total it. See, 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 6 16. Carry 1, 4 plus 1 5, 6, 6 plus 4 10. Means 106. 106 AMU is the relative atomic mass or relative molecular mass of sodium carbonate. Is that clear? This is your second example. Okay? If you want, you can write in your copy. Otherwise, you can do by your own. Now I am going to rub it. Now again let us go through the exercises. Let us see what are the questions given there with respect to this, where we have to calculate relative atomic mass of. See again on page number 17, one question is given. Calculate relative molecular mass of zinc carbonate as well as calcium sulfate. So again one example I am taking here. Relative atomic mass of calcium sulfate and calcium sulfate. Okay. Their atomic mass of calcium is 40. Okay. Then sulfur is 32. Atomic mass of sulfur is 32. And atomic mass of oxygen is 16. Okay. Now let us proceed. We will go through the same steps where we will write atomic mass of calcium plus atomic mass of sulfur plus atomic mass of oxygen. 3 elements are only there. Now there is only one calcium, means we will write 40. There is only one sulfur, means we will write 32. And there is 4 oxygen. See, 4 oxygen. It means 4 into 16. So 40 plus 32. 16 fours are 64. See. Okay. Now we will add these all. 4 plus 2, 6. Is it 0? Then 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 3, 13. Means 136. Okay. If we can calculate it like this. 64, see. 6 plus 4 plus 2, 6. Then 6 plus 4, 10 plus 3, 13. 136. 136 AMU is the relative atomic mass of calcium sulfate. Is it clear? Like these questions, you have to practice more and more, as well as these types of questions will come in exams. Okay. So this is with respect to relative molecular mass. Now our next topic is to calculate the percentage composition of elements in any of the compound. Suppose the same question comes, calculate the percentage composition of calcium in the particular compound. So what are the steps we have to follow? Let us see. Now see in your book page number 13. Question number 1 is given, calculate the percentage composition of carbon dioxide. Okay, so here carbon dioxide, first the question is given, you have to calculate the percentage composition. Now in this question, what are the steps you have to follow? First step, you have to calculate the molecular mass, and second steps, you have to calculate the composition of the elements, separate elements, such as a first question it is given the composition of carbon dioxide. So first you will calculate the relative atomic mass, then you will calculate the composition of carbon, and then you will calculate the composition of oxygen. So see how it will be. Percentage composition of carbon dioxide. So step number 1. Step number 1, we have to calculate relative atomic mass. For calculating relative atomic mass, we will write atomic mass of carbon. Atomic mass of carbon plus atomic mass of oxygen. So mass of carbon only 1, 12. Mass of oxygen is 2 into 16. Now 12 plus 32, it means 44. This will be relative atomic mass of carbon dioxide. This is your first step. Now second step, now what we have to do, we have to calculate the percentage of carbon and we have to calculate the percentage of oxygen. Now for calculation of percentage of carbon, we will first, this will be the second step. Step number 2. In step number 2, we calculate the percentage of elements which are present. Such as percentage of carbon, we have to calculate here. What are the steps we have to follow? See, total amount of carbon dioxide is 44. Okay? Total amount of carbon dioxide is 44, out of which 12 is the number. 12 is the number of carbon. So we will write that 44 gram of carbon dioxide contain 12 gram of carbon. Clear? 44 is the total. If 44 gram of carbon dioxide contain 12 gram, then we will calculate percentage while taking the 100 as a standard unit. So again we will write here then 100 gram of CO2, that is carbon dioxide, contains, there will be 12 upon 44 into 100. Okay. Now whatever the answer will come, when we will just solve these all questions, these sum, we will get 27.77%. This will be the percentage of carbon. Okay. Like the same, we will calculate the percentage of oxygen also. Percentage of oxygen. There you see, how many percentage of oxygen is there? See, here is oxygen 2. 2 atom of oxygen is there. It means if total carbon dioxide is 44 gram, out of which 32 is the amount of oxygen. So we will write, if 44 gram of carbon dioxide contains 32 gram of oxygen. Okay. If 44 gram of carbon dioxide contain 32 gram of oxygen, so what about 100? That will be 100 gram of carbon dioxide contain 32 upon 44 into 100. Then after solving this, we will get 72.70 percentage of oxygen. So we can say this is the composition of oxygen and this is composition of carbon, which is available in carbon dioxide, which is this much of AMA. So for solving a question like percentage composition, What are the steps you have to follow? First step, you have to calculate the relative atomic mass. After calculating the relative atomic mass, the second step you have to calculate the percentage of different elements available there. Okay? Such as, in this case, we are having only two elements. One is carbon, one is oxygen. So, percentage of carbon. First element we will go through, where the same steps you have to follow in all the cases. Total amount of the relative atomic mass. Such as here total amount is coming 44. So 44 gram of carbon dioxide is containing 12 gram is available here. So what about 100? 100 will be 12 upon 44 means the amount of element upon total into 100. This is the simple formula you can keep in your mind. Whatever the mass of element, total mass of element upon relative atomic mass into 100. You will solve, you will get the composition of first one. Then if there is second element, the same case, you will again write the same total mass of the element upon total molecular mass as well as into 100. Then you will get the second. If suppose the third element is there, then the same process we will follow. Where we will write the composition of the total element, mass of total element upon the relative atomic mass as well as into 100. So, I am just taking a second example. Now you see there are several questions given in your book. Here it is given one example with respect to sodium hydroxide. Now here it is written one with respect to percentage composition of potassium nitrate, calcium phosphate and percentage composition of calcium chloride given at the last as well as calcium nitrate. So same steps you have to follow. First you have to calculate the relative atomic mass. After that you have to calculate the number, whatever the number of elements available, and then separately you have to calculate the percentage composition. So this is about the question. This is about the things which are given in the syllabus which we have to study. Now children, what are the things you have to do? You have to practice these all questions. In your book especially, it is given the writing formulas, writing the name of molecular compounds. So the first and very important thing what you have to do, you have to learn the valency chart. With the help of valency chart, you can write maximum amount of formulas. Okay? If any of the formula is given, if any of the name is given of a chemical compound, easily you can write the formula. Or if any formula is given, easily you can write the names also. And here why I am emphasizing on it, because you have to write the formulas even. Suppose if it is simple question given, write the percentage composition of calcium nitrate. So unless or until you will not know how to write a calcium nitrate in a form of formula, how you will calculate it? So it is very important to practice that all. Okay? So additional question you have to practice. Some of the questions given on page number 14 of year 9, some year questions are given. I will tell you how to do it, and maximum these types of question can come in exam. Such as first is given, HCl2 is a chloride of a metal X. State the formula of the sulfate and hydroxide. So a simple thing is given. What are the things given? First we have to write down. It is a question of year 1985. It is given that HCl2 is a chloride. HCl2 is chloride of element X. We have to give the formula with respect to sulfate as well as with respect to hydroxide. These two formulas with respect to X we have to give. Now if you again the same thing, if you will know the valency, then only you can check it out and you can give the formulas like of these all valencies. Now if it is written HCl2, so definitely X will be +2 and Cl is already -1 we know. How this formula came? X +2, Cl -1. Like this only this formula came, na? See? Now we came to know that X is having plus 2 valency. Now X is plus 2 sulfate. Valency of sulfate SO4 is minus 2. Again we will do cross multiplication. Formula will be XSO4. Okay. And second one OH. Already we came to know here that X is plus 2 and this hydroxide is minus 1. We will do the cross multiplication. X OH whole twice. See, this is the question. These are the things you have to find it out, where these are the answers. So if you will know the valency, then only you can do the questions. Otherwise it will be trouble for you. Now let us see question of year 1987. Question is, an element X is trivalent. Element X is trivalent. Trivalent means it can have plus sign, plus 3, or it can be minus 3. Clear? Then it is given, write a balanced equation for the combustion of X in oxygen. You have to write where X combines with oxygen. So what will form if X is trivalent and it is combining with oxygen, means it will form X2O3. It means it is plus 3. Again I am saying, learn the valency, then only you can do the same. X is any trivalent metal which is combining with oxygen to forming its oxide. Clear? So formula will be X2O3. Now you see it is not balanced. O2, it is O3. So I will write 3 here and I will write, 3 oxygen. First we will balance X. If I write 2 here, 2 oxygen, 2X, 2X, O3. Now here there will be 4. 4x, 4x, 3 2s are 6, O, 6O. Means this equation is balanced. Then question of year 1991. The formula of nitride of metal X is Xn. Xn is the formula of nitride where metal combines. State the formula of sulfate and hydroxide. Again you have to tell the formula of sulfate with X and formula of hydroxide with X. Now nitride, again the same thing. When you will know the valency, then only you can do it. Now you see it is given nitride of X, and we know that nitride is having minus 3 charge. If nitride is having minus 3 charge, then this will be having plus 3 charge, this will be having minus 3. That is why when they both combine, formula becomes this now, because they both cancelled out. Now if you will write the formula of sulfate, X plus 3 sulfate minus 2. Formula will be X2 SO4 whole thrice. Okay? And with respect to OH, X plus 3 OH minus 1. Formula will be X OH whole thrice. So this is the question of year 1991. Again one question is given. Question is given of year 1992. 1992. Where you have to calculate the valency. See, some of the compounds are there where valency cannot be easily find out with the help of this valency chart. So how we can calculate? See, first is given NO. You have to calculate the valency of nitrogen. So in this case, see, oxygen's valency we know. Ki oxygen is having minus 2. So what are the steps we will follow? We have to calculate with respect to N, and we will write X plus O we know minus 2. Now you see overall no charge is given, it means 0. So X, when bracket will open, minus 2 is equals to 0. When this minus 2 goes this side, X is equals to plus 2. Means here this N is having plus 2 valency. Okay? Then second is given N2O. We have to calculate the valency of nitrogen here again. Now here only one X will be there because one nitrogen was there. Here there is 2 nitrogen. So we will write 2X plus again oxygen is having minus 2 is equals to 0. 2x minus 2 is equals to 0. 2x is equals to plus 2. Now x is equals to plus 2 upon 2. So x is equals to 1 plus 1. So here plus 1 will be the valency of nitrogen here. Clear? Then next it is given N2O and O2. This is clear all of you? Huh? Here is 1x, so 2x, then 2 here. Now here is N2O. Again we have to calculate with respect to N plus. Earlier there was only one oxygen, here is 2 oxygen. It means 2 into minus 2 is equals to 0. X plus minus 4 is equals to 0. X minus 4 is equals to 0. X is equals to plus 4. Means here nitrogen is having valency plus 4. So this is about the questions which came earlier in the question paper with this in some of the years. Then after we are having additional questions. See this, all the questions, everything I taught you here. So you can relate the particular informations which I gave you in the previous video as well as in this video with these questions which is available. Try to do these all questions. Some of the questions you can do in book and some of the questions you have to do in copy. So is it better to do questions in the book and see question number 15, 16, 17 and 18. Question number 15, 16, 17 and 18 and question number 22, 23, 24. These questions you have to do in your copy. Okay. I am just writing it here. Question number 15, 16, 17, 18, then 22, 23 and 24. These questions do in your chemistry copy. Okay, you have to make a copy as earlier you have made. We are having 120 to 100, I think 120 pages copy we are having, that register one, thin one, that you have to make a chemistry copy, and in that copy only you have to do these questions. Okay, question number 15, 16, 17, 18, 22, 23 and 24. Now on which pages they are given? See this question number 15, 16, 17 and 18. These questions are given on page number 15. Okay, and this 22, 23 and 24. These questions are given on page number 17. So please do these all questions in your chemistry copy. Okay, and please try to go through both the videos, the previous video, this video, and it will be more clear to you. Again, if any questions remains with you, any queries remains with you, please ask in the given video such that we can clarify it. And please, it's a request to learn the valency chart again, as well as do these questions such as question number 6, 7, 8, then 10, 12, 13, question number 19, 20, 21, all in your book, because it will help you. All these are balancing equation, write the formulas, write the names, write the valencies. Okay, so try to do these all questions in the book, these all questions in the copy, and revise the chapter again and see the video, both the videos. It will be more clear to you and everything will be clear such that your chapter will be ready. Is it clear? Thank you.